Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to, well, we're getting down to the wire. I don't really know how else to put it. Welcome back to CDEC New Star Cup. I think we've got 2, maybe 3 days left, but at long last, the bracket draws near close. I'm LGD on the summit. I'm joined here by Lysander, and today we have a triple header. LGD.cdec versus IG. Winner plays Vici Gaming in a best of 3. Winner of that plays DK in a best of 3. And then the winner of that plays Newbie, I believe, in the grand finals. With that being said, Lysander, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, casting from a ghetto setup today.
I was flaming his microphone. He uses a headset mic, man. You're a professional caster, Lysander. Come on.
Oh, I use it at home as well. I think that's what people are talking about. Alright, I'll go get a mic, a proper one. But...
No, it's okay. Well, for the future.
Yeah, for the future. Okay. When I'm home. I'm not gonna change it for you, not now.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
I see how it is.
Yeah, I was casting C-Deck with Gods yesterday, and yeah, DK got knocked down by Newbie in the winner's bracket finals, and it was a close 2-1. A little bit of throwing from DK, I think. Drafting throws. They drafted a Zeus, got met with a TA roadblock, and decided to draft the last minute Huskar, and that didn't work out well with a support Zeus.
I'm really sad because that is like the 4th time I've seen the support Zeus, and every time it's been an abysmal failure. Now, the first 2 or 3 times I saw it, I think it was Dignitas who picked it, and they picked it against Lifestealer, and that just doesn't work. Support Zeus against Lifestealer is just food, free gold, but I guess the TA is kind of the same thing, man. It worked out that way anyway, so I still believe, but not today, I guess, not today.
I believe in the Zeus, but yeah, not the support way. You know, Gods and I were theory crafting about how, oh, the dewarding is going to be epic, and he's got fog 30 potions. Here comes the lightning bolt deward. Ready?
That's like a 1/3 of your mana pool to deward. I mean, it's just 1/4 of it. It's ridiculous. And he's got such shitty attack range. He's not even good at dewarding. Yeah, he's nice with I think with another support for that, but there's no amount of theory craft, I guess, to justify it. At least not that game. But this game, we'll see if it's a little different. This is a best of 1, by the way, guys. So if LGD.cdec pull out the cheese, they could walk away with a win here and upset IG. After this match, all remaining matches are best of 3 until the grand finals, which is best of 5. But yeah, draft. All the bans quite standard here. IG going for, well, the solo mid-ember for 430, I imagine. And then pick up this Faceless Void, which it could be safe lane, but I'm leaning towards maybe even an off-lane Void for YYF. We've seen a lot of that lately.
Well, yeah, IG have drafted Faceless Void here and there. Newbie has drafted it as well. They drafted in the mid position, so I don't know. The Chinese have been working on them experiments.
Everybody's been running the Void lately, I feel like.
Yeah, Void. They realize how broken Void is. Chronosphere is just broken.
Yeah,
it's you rush Aghanims and you win. That's all. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen quite a few of the Void players not go eggs, though. Like Universe has skipped eggs and gone just for more of the damage build, but I definitely agree that the Aghanim Scepter upgrade is really strong, and Void in general, he's just so hard to gank and harass out of lane. His base armor is really high. You start with the Poor Man's Shield and some tangos. Like, you can't really bully this guy out of the lane, and the problem is...
he has high base damage.
Yeah, he has high base damage. If you leave him alone against any melee farmer, he'll just go up and start taking last hits, so... yeah. It's a scary situation, especially on the Radiant side, I feel. That's where the Void offlane excels, and, well, we'll see it probably here. It could be a safe lane Void. They could mix things up a bit, but then you're farming against Iron Shell, which is a bit annoying. So we'll see how IG want to lane this.
Yeah, Iron Shell is one of the few things I think that can really mess. I don't like the Rubik against the Void, to be honest. I think Rubik fails very poorly. 1 against Ember Spirit. Rubik really cannot do much against Ember. And Faceless Void, Sealing Chronosphere is very situational. It rarely works. So even though you can trap the rest of his team...
it used to be amazing when the Void was actually frozen by the Storm Chronosphere. But then they changed that, and yeah, it's not so good anymore.
Yeah, the buff to Faceless Void's jump, being 90 mana at all levels, I think was huge as well. It's more or less like a blink now with a slow, so you can actually use it, Void can actually use it aggressively if he wants to. The slow is pretty significant, I think. The movement slow is 20%, so I mean it's not bad. It slows for 3 seconds. It can set up some stuff for Shadow Shaman, and I like this Wraith King pick. Wraith King against Faceless Void.
You just don't want to waste a Chronosphere on Wraith King. Like, that's the main thing. You chrono him.
One-time ultis against Wraith King.
Yeah. And apparently I'm a bit too loud. Is there any way you can turn up your mic volume, or is it already maxed out?
I have no idea. Let me see if my mic gain can be up. I'll go.
Okay, some people are saying I'm a bit loud. I can turn mine down a little bit.
There is a delay, right?
Yeah, but I haven't touched anything, so unless you change something, then...
Okay, I upped my boost to 20, so maybe it'll be improved now. I guess we'll wait for chat to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, let us know when you hear this, how the audio is, but... In the meantime, we'll see IG ban out Morphling. I would say he's also a carry that matches up well against Void, just because you could be strength morphing during Chronosphere, and Void is not really that heavy on the burst damage. So you blow Chrono Morphling, you don't kill him, he replicates out of the fight and just
Bristleback was the response here. But Invoker, that's I think what they need to blow through all the heroes here, especially Quaswex counter up Wraith King. I'm surprised Invoker wasn't banned, especially when you roughed up the Wraith King here. And it's gonna be trouble, but being Quaswex, you cannot deal Sunstrike blasts, I guess. The damage from Sunstrike is pretty significant, and no, not to be understated.
Yeah, I think we are going to see it as the Quaswex build, just mainly for the Mana Burn, like you mentioned. They already have a lot of damage from 430 on the Ember, and he has gone Boots first, which generally is a sign of the early phase into the Quaswex build. But, well, Lysander, best of one. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams. I'll let you do LGD.cdec, because I don't speak Chinese, and I don't know how to read this guy's name, so I'll do IG. We've got Luo as the offlane Invoker. Looks like they're on 430 on the solo mid Ember. Not too surprising. He started Poor Man's Shield first, then pulled some tangos. YYF on the Void. Maybe they put him safe lane. Faith, your Shadow Shaman, starting with a Smoke. Chuan, probably the most impressive player for me over the past week or so. Chuan has really stepped his game up, and it's almost always on this hero, the Enchantress, as some like to call it.
Yeah, I want to see some Lina Chuan or Chuana. I don't know. I don't know how you would make that. China, yeah, China. China, that's just racist. But, alright, so on the LGD.cdec, we have Sang. Wait, let me just read this from the score. Sang Tou. It's going to be on the Wraith King.
Sang Tou, you said?
It means, I don't know what it means. What does Sang Tou mean? Upper hit? Upper hit? Up hit?
I hear Roland in the background there giving you some help.
It's up hit. I don't know if it really is up hit. It could be slang. My Chinese is not that great, especially when it's Chinese from China.
My Chinese is not that great, especially when it's Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese from China is different from the Chinese.
No, I see what you're saying. It was just a funny way to word it. Okay, go ahead.
Garter from playing Rubik, maybe actually playing the Bristleback. Maybe used to be on the old the main LGD team, I think. And Darkseer, played by 333, HHH, playing Lorana. I think I'm just gonna call him.
Okay. Good luck with that, buddy.
With the arrow. Well, they try a D ward here, and apparently Chuan didn't drop any wards there. He went for the other one, and now he'll run away. So maybe they know.
Yeah, he tried to
double damage. Oh, this is bad for Chuan. If they get leap, they could kill him. I think they kill him anyway. They should have gotten leap, I think.
Yeah, you could just run him down, and he has already skilled up Enchant actually, so he wouldn't have been able to pop the heal. But that's the thing, is CDEC may not have realized that. He didn't show the skill build yet, and if he pops the heal there, you're probably wasting your time, so...
Okay, audio is fine. Good. Alright.
Alright, yeah, so at level 1, CDEC went aggressive. They warded off a lot of the jungle. Magic Bush Ward got dropped, the medium camp got blocked, and this camp. So every camp has been blocked except for this one, which means Chuan wanted to go aggressive jungle, but CDEC did the nice thing, which is you just guard your jungle, you don't let him up the ramp, and you keep the Enchantress down. Because once he gets in there with the creep, then Mirana and Rubik's Life gets very difficult. So I really like that play by CDEC. Not just blocking the jungle, but keeping him out of the jungle at level 1.
Yeah. The thing is, Darkseer is level 2 now, so... Oh, they're gonna wrap around and try and gank him, but he knows, I think. There's an no, there are no observers, but he's burning down YYF.
He's not afraid at all, man. Faith is not gonna be able to take this. He's got a back.
Yeah, he has no shoes as well. This is trouble.
Yeah, Darkseer with the slightly higher base move speed, just running Faith down. Dead. He's gonna need some backup here.
You need to skill Shackle, I think. I think he didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, that's really shitty if you have to skill it, but he does hit level 2 now, so now he's not so worried about it.
Still, it's trouble. You shackle him, you still take Iron Shell damage. It's not like you can shackle and close to the gap.
Yeah, now they're trying to fight against him, but there's a double Iron Shell here. YYF is gonna have to walk. And Sunstrike comes in.
Like first blood. Oh,
or?
No. Yeah.
There you go. That was close. So it is actually an Exhort Invoker, despite the boots first. And now he's coming bottom. I think they're gonna put the Void off lane once he gets here, and They'll give the Invoker the safe
Yeah,
lane farm.
it's YYF. Yeah, surprised to see him actually play safe lane, to be honest. But in the end, he is going to go on the offlane, I suppose. With the few early levels, got shoes. No regen though, I don't know. Maybe they wait for him to get ring. Oh, there's your jump. There you go. Aggressive use of it. The Shackle and the Sunstrike once again. Mr. 333. Gonna go down to this Invoker. Ganking Invoker.
Yeah, that's one of those like, wait, what? I thought he just used Sunstrike and was top lane, and all of a sudden he's ganking me bottom. The roaming Invoker too strong.
The wizard has lots of tricks up in his hat.
Well,
this is a Final Fantasy kind of style, I think, this hat for the Invoker.
I don't actually like this one. It's like too pointy and...
Yeah, it's a very Final Fantasy kind of style.
Yeah, I like... don't get me wrong, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, but
yeah,
not in my Dota. Keep them separate, please. You're corrupting FF.
Okay, okay.
We do have a smoke from Tron here, and YYF, he's got the TP to go top, but he wants to come in mid. They're going to go maybe now. Perhaps. Where's that? No? Did he net? I guess they just didn't want to go in. 430 is like, I'm too low.
Yeah.
He's got 3 quill stacks, so it would be very dangerous to go in there.
Yeah, Ember Spirit, despite being an agility hero, he doesn't have a lot of armor. He's kind of fake. He's a poser.
Yeah, he's like a very glass cannon-y kind of agility hero, I guess.
He's one of those guys with those flashy armors, like Doom, but actually they don't have a lot of substance. And I'm not even sure going for the Ember Shield this game is worthy skill point investment. The arrow is going to fly, it's going to shave right past the illusion rune. Yeah, I think it's just checking for any heroes that might want to steal it. But in the end, 2-0 now, still on the board for IG, and both of them Darkseer deaths.
And Faith is still not having a good time bottom lane. In fact, Juan's going to come in though. Could turn this around, but he's in range of the Ion Shield damage. Uh-oh. There's your Chain Stun. He's got the nuke.
Oh, that's a third death.
Yeah, this is where you probably just have to go jungle.
Forfeit.
This is where you forfeit.
Yeah.
I think he's just got to give it up and go once. Meanwhile, top lane, they go in the Void, but difference is that this Void's got a level 2 Time Walk and just isn't as easy of a kill.
Is it Treads or is it Midas? I think it's Treads. I think YYF is not going to be that greedy. I think one of the things he did not do is buy Poor Man's Shield, which he might go grab up now. It's really effective against the Rubik and Mirana because they have poor right-clicking damage. So when you have 20 block, Mirana does 26 less with armor, and Rubik does about 30 less with armor. So I think it's really good. Ember Spirit versus Bristleback in the middle lane. There's gonna be some fighting. One of the good things about getting your shield though, you will not be losing it to the Bristleback because he doesn't do any magical damage.
Yeah, you get the damage the whole time, and if other supports come in, you're a little bit tankier. Speaking of other supports, CDEC on the move, HHH and Garter coming mid lane, and 430 if he gets caught by an arrow here is probably going down, though it'll have to be a fairly long range one, and they're prepping for it now. The arrow will fly, but he just zips out and easily makes his retreat.
Oh, bullseye.
It actually caught Faith smoked up. I don't know if they were watching closely, but we'll see if they're aware of this.
Huh?
Oh, I forgot you can zoom out.
Yeah, it's a new thing. I saw AC messing with it this morning, and I thought it'd be cool. I'll go try it later, but now to go the Hex up onto maybe. So maybe he's dead. There's a shot here. The Sunstrike will land. The Bristleback gets cooked, but the Quills actually kill off the Ember Spirit first. So Bristleback gets the full experience here for that Ember Spirit kill. Faith there not dying, so well, 2-0 so far. Arcane Boots already up for the Shadow Shaman. This is a big deal actually.
Yeah, he's almost got level 6 as well. And you look at CDEC's draft, their counter push is not really the best. Darkseer, no points in vacuum yet, it's quite early. Bristleback's decent, but is at risk of dying if he gets caught by the Shadow Shaman or the Invoker stuns. And well, you just dropped the wards with Fort Spirits, they're going to take some early towers with this high, and Enchantress to boot, so I'd be concerned if I'm CDEC about trading effectively.
Yeah. CDEC, I've never heard about them prior to this. Is this their debut tournament or?
From what I understand, they're a team of very young but talented players
Pup
who are
stars?
Yeah, well, kind of pup stars. Like they're all on top or close to the top of the CDEC in-house league, which is similar to I guess NEL for NEL or for China basically.
Yeah, it's a Chinese in-house league.
Yeah.
But okay, so they're a bunch of pup stars trying to make it into the world of China.
I guess the main difference is they have a little more support, like LGD/CDEC, who are both organized/operated by Ruru, the owner of LGD, they provide some actual like resources for them. I don't know if they help arrange them scrims or give them anywhere to train, but they get more help than like a random team of 5 in NEL would.
Well, yeah, and if maybe he did have a short stint on LGD China for a bit. Now shifted over.
Ah, crap! I forgot I can't use showcase mode. Sorry to anyone in Dota TV.
Why not? Oh, it bugged?
It bugs it out for Dota TV viewers, apparently, where once you use showcase mode, like, they have to get up and go to, like, if you're just trying to watch from, like, your bed or whatever, you get, like, stuck in showcase mode. I think you have to manually switch to free camera in order to remove it. I think that's the bug. Or it might even be that, like, it's stuck that way the entire time that you watch that caster's perspective, but I've reported it to Valve, and from what I understand, it's hard for them to figure out what's causing it, so.
Vovo,
please.
I know we're still in beta.
Yeah, I don't think that the beta will end when Dota 3 is released. That's when Dota 2 will officially be out of beta.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, but this beta is pretty good. It's got rain effects and shit coming in. I'm looking forward to that, man. Do you hear that? Do you watch that little clip by Cyborg Matt?
I hear the rain effects, Lysander. You've got some going on in the upstairs studio.
We do?
It's like a soothing background rain. Have you ever heard one of those meditation tapes? Like if you
I
nature sounds and stuff?
Yeah, I play them to sleep at back home. So.
They're very, very relaxing. So that's what it sounds like right now. I think it's because your mic gain's turned up so much.
Yeah, people were trolling and saying that. Oh,
right as I said that, it just got worse.
Got worse? How?
No, it just got louder. Now it's down again. It's fine. I'm sure it's not very noticeable. But.
Okay. It's always nice. But I'm not taking a shower. It doesn't hope. I hope I'm not like. Doesn't sound like I'm taking a shower.
No, it sounds like you're next to a small bubbling brook or something. A river, if you will.
Oh, that's nice. We're adding some nature cast here.
Yeah. When I cast with Winter, I get the birds in the background. They're always chirping and making all kinds of noise. I guess he has like a nice little forest or
beyond the nature
tree grove next to his house.
Yeah, beyond the scenery. But right now they have a little bit of a pause. But if you look at something, I mean, they might be down 3 kills, courtesy of Darkseer. They still have top 3 farmers on their team, actually. Last hits all favor them.
Yeah, and that's really important for LGD.cdec because their lineup excels in the mid game. So having a good start like this, they can take the fight to IG. And I actually think these 3 tanky heroes, the Bristleback, Wraithbane, and Darkseer, they match up quite well against a Void. Like, you drop the Chronosphere, maybe you kill one during the Chrono, but unless you chain everything up perfectly and you catch everyone in Chrono, you're probably not killing 2 or 3. And then here's like Shadow Shaman, Enchantress, and Invoker. They're very squishy when a Bristleback is diving them, so I think LGD.cdec, if they play it right, could snowball. But I think the big issue is just going to be Faith getting level 6 and defending against the push, because already we see it's begun, and this is without the wards. They're going to take their first tier 1.
Yeah, Darkseer is about to feed again. Oh, 0-4. Oh, cold snap. They're going to be fighting here. Maybe it's come down in. The cool sprays just bring down Enchantress. Enchantress has to be really careful. The arrow hits on the Invoker and Luo. Well, Enchantress is gonna piece out there. 3 stacks of quills. Oh, he's still gonna come in.
Tron's in trouble now. The Goo's gonna stack up. The quill spray will keep on coming. He's got 10 stick charges.
Oh, stick charges. Goodbye, Tron. Gets punched.
Did you see that damage? He's hitting for 170.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, the Shadow Shaman died behind the tower. He was trying to finish off the kill in the Darkseer, and I think died like right around hereabouts.
Oh, he didn't die this time. The Darkseer, he got a kill. Finally, the Darkseer kills off the Shadow Shaman. After 3 foiled attempts, he gets it. And I don't know, the loser goes home for this. And if IG are not careful, they could find themselves eliminated.
Yeah, they really could. And
huge upset, actually.
The lineup's just very squishy in the mid game, and I wouldn't say they're weak mid game, but if they don't use their abilities properly, they can just get run over. Like if you waste a Chronosphere frivolously, you have nothing to defend when LGD just 5-mans at you mid game.
Yeah, and even if you just blow it on a Wraith King, I mean, before his reincarnation, I don't know. I mean, this looks good for Void late game, but it's also good when Wraith King has that level 3 ultimate. That's when it becomes really stupid. Ages every 1 minute, and the slow is pretty strong as well. It really prevents you from killing him and just piecing out. I think that's one of the things about Wraith King's ultimate is so strong.
I feel like the key hero this game is actually going to be Faith. You mentioned the good start, and he's already almost level 7, so the level 4 Ether Shock, and he's only 1500 from Blink with Arcane's up. So if he gets a Blink, to me that's the item that can turn this game around. As we see, I think HHH just got Sunstriked, but no. Okay, juking the Sunstrike, I guess.
Yeah, he'll be fine. One of the things you have to note as well, the rares, 88% of it is on IG, and I think it's kind of dangerous.
There was a guy, that's a bet where, like, I would actually put my rares on LGD.cdec. Not because I think they'll win, I would still say, like, you know, on paper, IG is the more likely team to win, that's no surprise, but that's so one-sided for best of one. It's much more value to, you know, throw a rare on...
Yeah, throw in a Dina Arcana, maybe you get some Terror Blades one back.
Yeah, I'm on board with that, man.
Yeah. Socketed Immortals. God still has mine.
Man, meanwhile, 430 mid lane is not having fun. He's almost killed off by the Bristleback.
Yeah, getting clowned on.
That change to Warpath makes a big difference, I feel.
Anyone that can man-fight an Ember Spirit usually wins.
Yeah. That's not where Ember excels. He wants to just be able to chip away at you, and Bristleback can tank up and then just turn around.
The Observer what spots out the smoke. I'm not sure if LGD were being observant. We'll see. Oh, Mirana.
She's just waiting to reveal
break it right away. That's a really good position to stand. And they're gonna break it right away.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised they're not trying to force the issue mid. They have the wards online, but they want to get a pick off and then go, and now they're gonna get caught out. Uh-oh. This is trouble.
Well, there comes the arrow, flies right over the cliff. Will bother a bunch of chill trolls, but otherwise no problem at all. Faith! He's throwing away his early advantage here, and as a level 7 he's giving a lot to these supports. Mirana now hits level 6, Rubik hits level 6, and well, Chuan tried to help with the Centaur, and here comes a BM pause.
This is a concern. LGD.cdec, like, their dire side, they have the Wraith King Bristleback, they can go for Roshan quite early on, and you give up a few too many kills, suddenly you're going to lose your tier 1 mid. And I mean, if that happes, then Roche is pretty open.
Yeah, you're a good team, I know. IG is a good team, seasoned veterans and all that. But you're going up against a brick wall in terms of heroes here from the Dire. Yeah, like you said, Wraith King and Bristleback, they just run at you. If they die, the ultimate procs, Bristleback will get a rampage, I think.
The other thing is that they've gone double Midas on IG, which makes them this is like their most vulnerable state of the game. And Ember's the one core that didn't go Midas, but he's level 8, and he's only got a Bracer. He's not really that strong in the fight, so... Yeah, they've just got to be careful. If they give up a couple more kills, that's where LGD.cdec can snowball this. And they might go for some big engagement soon. Vanguard will come out of maybe. We'll see the mech being worked on by the Darkseer. To be honest, he is pretty damn impoverished after the 3 deaths early on. But, yeah, they need that mech, I would say, and the blink on the Wraith King, and that's where I expect LGD.cdec to go really aggressive. Look at 430. This is no joke, this right-click damage. Actually, he's only got a single Remnant left, and he really doesn't want to use it.
And he's got 3 points of goo as well as quills on him.
You know, the change, I was mentioning this right before I think the engagement broke out, but the change to Warpath, where the level 1 is, the first stack is a bit weaker, but every stack after that gets just stronger than the old one, is really, really
Is it significant? I didn't really keep track. Bristleback's not my type of hero.
I forget what it used to be, but I think when you have 1 stack, it's worse than it was. At 2, it's the same, and after 2, it's better. I want to say, like, the first stack gave you 5% or something, and then it was 2 thereafter, or something like that. Or maybe it's 4 and then 2.
So his skill's better. It's not
the more stacks you get, the stronger it gets relative to how it used to be. Like, you get more from the additional stacks than you used to.
I'm sure ROTK will be very happy.
I forget the exact numbers though, but yeah, it's a pretty significant boost.
Yeah, I mean, he has a bonus 100 damage every time he does get like 3 stacks.
And then you factor in, mid lane, 430, getting caught out here. He'll Sleight of Fist and then Remnant out. Good news is he's not dying, but he is also on the back foot.
Yeah, that's why I don't like Rubik against Ember. I mean, yeah, there's an instant pick, but Rubik cannot follow up that much. You have to rely on someone else following up.
They need the arrow. That's really the only way I see them killing him. Or the Blink Dagger on the Wraith King, with some lucky crits, perhaps.
Now? Well, do IG sit back and farm? Apply some pressure? What do they do?
IG just want a turtle, right? Like, to me, they just want to take fights with the Chronosphere at their towers, and, you know, set up a nice Sunstrike. Maybe we see the Meatball once Luo takes a point in Wex, and they're I see them as a strong defensive lineup if they get a good Chrono, but if they try to force the issue, I think LGD run them over, so... I would say it's more about LGD just finding the openings to push. They get their mech now in the Darkseer, he just has to deliver it, and they've got the Blink on the Wraith King, so I would like to see LGD.cdec group up and start taking some fights with the mech and the Blink Dagger.
Or they could greed it and go Roshan first, and it will force a fight anyway.
It's pretty risky, though. The Tier 1... Ember is a hero that can jump in and steal it. Void can with Chrono. They could try and sneak a Roche, but I don't think they're that fast at sneaking it. I think your better play is just to go for some towers and abuse your mech advantage, and then go for the Roche. But we'll see if they wanna pull like a Cloud9, just Eternal Envy smoking into Roche from the Radiant side level of risk. Then well, we'll see. But for now, they're not attempting it.
Oh, it's gotta be risky, but I think the returns will be pretty good, especially if you force IG into a bad fight, or you might just get it for free. You never know. Have to think positive.
The thing is, LGD is just not very committed to this push, and now the trade's going to come out with the ward's bottom, so they'll force LGD back.
Raken gonna farm up the wards. They force a glyph as well.
LGD seem a little tentative right now. Considering their position, they should be trying to take fights. They're only up 1.5k, but you see double Midas on the enemy team. They're running Void Ember. They do deny the tier 1 mid. Like, you know their late game is going to be extremely scary. And you're building mid-game items. You're building a Vanguard, a Blink Dagger, and a mech. This is your time to fight. Whether you go for Roche, whether you push towers, sitting back and just farming is playing into IG's hands.
Yeah, the Faceless Void did actually go for Midas, so there's your smoke now.
And pressure is on LGD, and they're going to make the smoke now, like you mentioned. But there's actually a Radiant Observer Ward. They saw this coming. In fact, they've drawn the line, and LGD.cdec, this feels like a lot of wasted time. Maybe they could just take the tower mid, though.
Maybe.
You know the Shadow Shaman wards are down, so this is a pretty good time to go.
Down for 45 seconds. They have to step right on it. Otherwise,
push it to the limit, man.
Yeah, they all look for someone in the jungle. Don't find them. I don't expect IG to be caught out there, but now
430's tracking them. Is he gonna go in now? They're content to trade, and IG's taking towers. They're taking the tier 1 top. They're gonna defend mid, and I imagine we'll see this Void come in, and IG will look to take a fight. He's got the Chrono if he wants to, anyway. Let's see if he goes. Ember's Invis is about to wear out. If they're not defending, he's gonna have to back, and 430 will retreat out. He drops a Remnant at the top rune. He's waiting for that 60-minute rune, and well, LGD finally will settle for a tier 1 mid, but it's not a free, clean trade either. IG are still getting the trade as they take the tier 1 top.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
You seem very contemplative.
Yeah, because I am actually looking at I'm looking at Chuan and seeing what he would actually go for.
Okay, yeah. We've seen him go Midas occasionally, but normally it's just this treads urn and tries to tank up a lot.
Yeah, he could go for Midas and then Mask of Madness Aghanim's.
I don't think... Yeah, I feel like this is a game where he probably doesn't need one. Probably just the point booster to Ags, because they already have double Midas. Like, if they have late game pretty secure, I would say. And even 430's going Battle Fury.
Yeah. One of the things that's overlooked is, of course, Chuan just throwing it impetuses into the Chronosphere. That's one thing. So I think the Mask of Madness would be really helpful in this case. You just lob him in as the Chronosphere is active on all the enemies. And YYF does have his Mask of Madness now, and he has Chronosphere as well. And now maybe he wants to dive him. So some quills.
The big concern is, like, not only can they not gank the Ember, but they really have a tough time ganking this Void as well. With Mask of Madness treads, he's very mobile and still pretty tanky, so I don't know. If they're not ganking these cores and they're not pushing, then they're just getting out farmed. And yeah, their creep score, they're up. They've got a 3-digit creep score on every single core, but you look at net worth and it's actually dead even, which is just a credit to IG making good trades around the map. But looks like LGD.cdec will finally force the fight. No, maybe not. They're gonna back off.
They get a free tower. Bristleback gets the last hit, and oh, the meatball actually. The C is Luor, right? Luor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he uses this meatball build, the X-Sword build, because he needs the meatball to throw into the Chronosphere. I guess Quas Wax would have been the optimal one here because of Wraith King, but I don't know. And now they're gonna go for him. I think this is a bad idea. It's a level 2 reincarnation as well. It's not a lot of downtime. They all get slowed out of vacuum now coming in. This is a big combo, but the Chronosphere coming in. The re-engagement here from YYF. Gonna catch that, baits him in, and the Wraith King will go down the second time. Well, the thing is that the Rasta was a little bit too far away, and now Luo dropping low, but there's nothing to stop his TP, and Faith gonna go down. There's a buyback from the Wraith King. I'm not sure that was the best buyback, to be honest. But on Ember Spirit, he's just gonna jump away to one of his spirits, and he should be fine. Where did he jump to? Yeah, he jumped down to the bottom rune. So.
They may just want to try for a Roche with Chrono down. You bought back. Like, you gotta... the 1-for-1 trade, just get a Shadow Shaman losing a Darkseer, and then also losing a Wraith King having him buy back. That is... a 2-for-1 trade with a buyback is just not gonna cut it. They have to force something, and... well, are they gonna go Roche, or are they just gonna...
well, at this point, I guess buyback's cheap. That's one thing. And they are gonna go on him again, I think, if he's not careful.
They just can't gank. Like, they don't have Doom, they don't have a Storm. They're just not a strong ganking lineup, aside from Moonlight Shadow.
You mean...
LGD.cdec?
Dire?
Yeah.
They have Blink Wraith King.
Yeah,
One of the strong combos is,
it's not a bad ganker. It's just against like Ember Void. I just don't think it's good enough because you stun him and then if you don't follow up with an arrow, Ember just zips away. You're not going to kill him during that single Wraith King stun. And well, they'll try for it now, but
oh, sick dodge!
Sick reactions by 430.
He still gets stunned though. Oh, Rubik dies.
Carter just walks up the cliff and ends up going down. And
there you go. Tron gets his Midas.
I feel like as soon as he sees that death, he's like, you know what? I can get away with the Midas this game.
Yeah, it's like, easy! Faith now has a dagger. And it's gonna be trouble. Serpent Ward's coming off cooldown again. And yeah, like you said, CDEC or LGD, not really taking much map advantage. Bristleback is doing something at least.
I liked their draft, and I felt like their early laning was pretty solid, but I just feel like they're lacking direction here in the mid game. They're just, they got the mech, Vanguard, and the Blink Dagger and Wraith King, and to me, like, most top teams do that, and immediately they're like, okay, we're gonna 5-man right now, we're gonna take an objective, go for a smoke, try and kill a hero, and then take a tower, just go mid, and they did that, they went mid, but it was like 2 or 3 minutes after they'd gotten the core items, so they just seem a little bit slow to recognize their timings this game, and IG, on the other hand, are taking advantage of this delayed aggression from LGD.
Do you think it's a Desolator or Maelstrom Wraith King?
Probably Mjolnir. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel that Desolator might be good. Maybe even BKB, but Desolator might be good to just give you that physical burst you might actually need.
The Desolator, I guess, works a bit better with Bristle, is the other thing to consider, but I guess generally the more popular build now is
Mjolnir, yeah, the popular one. Gives you attack speed, it gives you the lightning procs when you get jumped on. You want to be the frontliner. On the other hand, I feel he should get an Abyssal Blade, but, you know...
well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Lysander. He's got 800 gold and a Mythril Hammer, so Abyssal Blade is a long way off here.
Alright.
You're getting too ambitious.
Chuan, blink, blink. Oh, there's your leap. No, they run the wrong way. Mirana, come on, you're a night type. You should be able to see the night. Well, what has Salamene taught you? Oh, man. Didn't see the Enchantress, and she just sprinks away. And tower goes down to the Radiant as well. That siege creep.
Was it the top tier 2, right?
Yeah, the top tier 2 goes down. And they're still not securing Roshan, not doing a lot. I mean, Bristle has taken all tier 1 towers. At least he wants to try and win.
Yeah, their draft's just not designed to sit back and farm, honestly. Like, I think the one thing that they are a bit lacking in gank for these cores, but at the same time, like, I don't think they needed to gank at 13, 14 minutes when they got all those core items. They could have just 5-man towers, and IG are a pretty good defensive lineup with the Chrono, but that Bristleback was very tanky, like 1400 HP tanky. They will find Tron top, and, well, say goodbye to your Enchantress.
At least they get a Sprink. My pet loves venison, says Potom. Oh, maybe he's got a Sanjin Yasha and a Vanguard, so he's pretty ripped in terms of items. He's got 11,000, he's definitely not going down Chronosphere, not for now at least.
Yeah, he's not gonna keep up in farm if this goes late enough though. At some point Ember and Void are gonna overtake him. And they're looking for that Bristleback right now. Chrono's there and oh no. This is probably the death of maybe. It's gonna take everyone to bring him down. No, maybe not, just 2.
No, he's tanky, but he'll die. Yeah, they got a lot of heroes here to do the job though. I think all 5. No, except for Enchantress, yeah.
Tron's gotta use that Midas, man. Closest creep wave is top lane, that's where Tron's headed.
Well, hopefully he does get the gold in time. His Midas off cooldown again, so he's gotten some maximum efficiency. The Aghanim Scepter I expect it to be next. I mean, with Midas you throw okay, quite fast with treads, Midas. Yeah, you throw it. You can lob impetuses that fast. It's not bad. But once you get your Mask of Madness, you'll be really fun.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point though about the what you mentioned earlier about Eggs with the Chronosphere is Enchantress synergizes quite nicely with Void. Has the really long attack range, so you can hit people from pretty much any area of the Chronosphere once you get the upgrade.
Yeah, oh, there's your chains catching here onto and Bottom is gonna go down. See, I got the name right.
You sound like you're having some medical problems, I'm not really sure. As Wraithkane just used his ult on the creep wave bottom lane.
Yeah, well played.
I don't think he got Sunstriked either. I think he just died to creeps. And Invoker didn't have Sunstrike invoked.
And now the Rat Book, Alacrity, as well as Serpent Ward, gonna take down this Roshan. And it will go to Luo on that Invoker.
They're just too passive. LGD.cdec are just letting IG control the tempo, and LGD's draft isn't designed to be passive. It might be, I don't know if it's too late, but they've lost the ideal timing window at this point. Now the BKB comes on the Void, 430's got his first Battle Fury, the makings of the second, Invoker's got his Book 3, 2300 gold, can get the Force Staff or just work towards the straight Hex if he wants, and once they get their second round of items beyond this, they can just almost just Chrono and A-click LGD.cdec to death.
And throw whatever spells the Invoker has cooked up for that fight.
Yeah, and he's definitely, the cookbook is growing as he's taking a point of Wax, has access to the full recipes, the full list of recipes.
The best recipe ever.
Betty Crocker specials for Mr. Luo here.
Ghost Walk. Always keep your fingers Quas Wax. Is it Quas Wax?
For Meteor?
I think it's, Ghost Walk.
Oh, Ghost Walk, yeah.
Quas Wax, I think it is.
Yeah.
I've only played Invoker ever once.
Wax Quas is
won on the first
tornado.
try. I was so happy the compendium didn't screw with me that game.
Yeah, I have not played Invoker in a long time actually.
Yeah.
I miss him.
I don't like playing him. I think he's ruining the game. Same as Tinker. I don't like.
He's not so bad since the changes.
Yeah, I mean, Cold Snap nerf was really well deserved. I think it has been too strong for too long. Here comes the zip in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, stop in time. And there's gonna be a follow-up Shackles out. Alacrity just gotta be blowing him up. A BKB just to make sure he doesn't get lifted. I don't know about the BKB, but
Rubik did steal Chrono, but they lose their one position here on the Bristleback.
Yeah, Rubik stealing Chrono. It's a second ultimate for the Faceless Void. At the very least, it is a instant speed boost for the Void.
Rubik does not get the speed boost, right?
I don't believe so. Oh, face is inbuilt into Void, because if you play ability draft and you pick Faceless Void,
you get the boost even if you don't have Chronosphere.
Faceless Void, but yeah, if you random Faceless Void and someone picks Chronosphere against you, you will get it. You'll be able to run through it, and he doesn't, so he can trap himself with Chronosphere. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure about that.
So sad.
I'm not.
I think
sure.
you're right.
I guess when Rubik casts Chronosphere, he doesn't trap himself. Does he?
I don't even remember honestly. It's one of those things like I've seen it before and I should know the answer, but my old man brain it's slowing down. Like,
well, it is kind of late, and
no, it's early, man. We got more Dota today. You've got another best of 3 for GST challenge.
Survive,
and I've got 2 more. It's gonna be a long night.
It's not keeping me awake.
Yeah, I did give myself some wings today.
Okay.
This evening, Jimmy Ho would be proud of my beverage selection.
SELLOUT. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, at this point, if you're IG, there's just no hurry. You've got the Aegis, but you don't have to use it now. You could just sit back, split push, use your triple Midas, and take it ultra late game if you want. I also think, as we've seen, they're strong enough to win the fights, but they can win this game pretty much anyway. Farming or fighting, ganking or just turtling, they can do whatever they want. Whereas LGD.cdec, the clock just keeps on ticking, and the longer the game goes on, the harder and harder it gets.
Yeah,
the struggle is real, as K-pop Toasters would say.
Yeah, it's Invoker is getting real rich, and Enchantress wandering on his own, so it shows a lot of confidence, a lot of problems as well for the LGD boys. So, well, hopefully they don't drop out so early in their own tournament, and I like to see some upsets because tiers are delicious, but it doesn't look too good.
Well, with that, I think regular LGD is eliminated, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're already gone, so LGD.cdec lived a bit longer than them. Well,
the dream.
The dream will die. I guess technically all these players play in CDEC, so in some sense CDEC are still the winners here, but...
Yeah, no. Darkseer has a travels. Interesting. Dark Red, maybe.
They're gonna need a Hex on him, honestly. Like, he's got a Blink Dagger now, and I feel like at this point they can't take team fights easily. They need to find the pickoffs, and that's where a Blink Dagger and Darkseer would be very nice.
Oh, the Chronos, yeah. Sunstrike! Not even quick enough. There's a stolen Chronosphere. Yep, that's right. He traps himself! Yeah, he traps himself, right? That's
Okay.
me.
Well, now we know.
Bash or self-trap? I don't know, because he went down in 2 hits. And...
No, he definitely trapped himself there. That was not good.
C stun and C gets brought down. Alright, so that's gonna be Luo's Invoker losing his Aegis, and they might actually continue. Oh, Ghost Walk, the best spell ever. And well, a lot of mana burn coming out from the Necro 3, so that's a little bit of a problem. Invoker, very low level in Ghost Walk, but he has managed to. He's managed to invoke it in time to escape, so will not be taking any extra damage, and that was a good team fight one. And I don't know what this guy is doing here. Maybe he's in a lot of trouble here. The stun goes out, Ember Spirit. He dodges it once again. Unfortunately, he doesn't dodge stuns, so doesn't dodge projectiles, doesn't dodge right clicks as well, guys. So remember that. And Shiva's got done for the Bristleback.
They're fighting without the Shadow Shaman. He's just dropping the wards mid lane. He takes the tier 2 tower, and meanwhile IG they keep on pressuring the bottom lane. It's not looking good at this point.
Yeah. I don't know about the Boots of Travel Darkseer. Really, do you need it at this point? Bristleback wants to die again.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think it's the right item, but again, I feel the bigger strategic error was just not taking the mid game pressure to IG.
And beating early game to the Shaman.
Yeah, but they need, the only way I see them turning this around is just with superior ganks. Like, they need to just find heroes, 5v1, blow them up, and a Hex is great for that. Boots of Travel, not gonna offer you
Gotta
much.
get that vacuum in. Well, I'm helping, friends. Usually Bristleback with Iron Shell and Surge is scary, but they haven't been using that because, like I said, no team fights, number one. Number two, the targets he's trying to chase down are surprisingly mobile. And you might run at 5-2-2, it's still going to be tough. Ember Spirit dodges that, tries to dodge that, try to dodge the Nasal Goo, but unfortunately Goo doesn't get blocked by a lousy Fire Shield. Ember Spirit might be in a little bit of trouble. The Rubik is looking to just come in here with a Blink Dagger as well. Yep, he gets it there. There's his finger and the Chronosphere. They set themselves up for this one. And Sunstrike on as well. Maybe he's going to be in trouble. The Shock, the Shackle. And yep, he goes down. Wraith King is gonna not even have his ultimate ready. The Impetus coming out here. The arrow will fly. For once it actually hits something. And again the chains. Very well done there by Ferrari 430. Well, Ferrari is well known for his Ember Spirit, I think. His Ember Spirit has been pretty top notch the past few games.
Well, I'd say GG any minute here. IG, they get 4. They did use a single Chronosphere, but it's just too easy for IG to kite them. Like, we saw the Bristleback just chasing Ember, but it's such a futile effort. If he wants to run, he just zips out, and if he wants to turn and fight, he just does that. They don't have lockdown for Ember, they don't have lockdown for Void, and they just didn't punish IG at all after the first 10 minutes. They just sat back, they went for one smoke gank mid, took a tier 1, but even then IG got the trade top, and yeah, I don't think LGD played the lineup right in the mid game, and IG just showing their veteran poise, knowing what to do, well on their way to a one game victory over LGD.cdec.
Yeah, they stay in the lower bracket, that's nice.
Now they're going to play Vici Gaming in a best of 3. I believe that match coming up in, I believe it's supposed to be in 30 minutes from now, so, or 45 minutes, I guess, if this wins right now.
But yeah, IG, Vici Gaming, I guess they're pretty evenly matched. CDEC were outclassed this game.
Who do you favor for that one? I feel like IG looks a bit stronger.
Chronosphere again. It's just so annoying.
What a meatball. What a play. YYF. Fantastic Chrono. Now looking for 3-3-3, and I believe we'll find him here. Gets the bash. Gets the kill. Well, Garter caught out as well. 430 will clean him up, and the only survivor will be the Bristleback that makes back well. And yeah,
Faceless Void wins games, man.
This is the new hot hero, man.
Yeah, he's good. EG have been really doing some archaeological digs in the drafting scene.
He just does it all. Like, the Void can go safe lane hard carry and stand toe-to-toe with most heroes late game. He can go off lane and be a great tempo controller. we've even seen him go mid and win 1v1 matchups against heroes that are traditionally lane dominators, or not win, but stand his own. I've seen him do pretty well against. He did well against Viper the other day. And he's not going to win the lane necessarily, but he gets his levels and doesn't feed, and he just offers you so much in the mid game. Whereas, like, let's say you pick another hard carry, like that. Like I don't know, even like an Ember, he can't go off lane. He needs some farm to be effective, but Void doesn't really need that much. Honestly, you just get treads and you start to have an impact.
Yeah, you just need to get some lucky bashes. Double damage in the Chronosphere is just a big deal. Now, overall, I think Faces Void very strong, but he's been around for the longest time. I think it's just EG digging him up, showing the Chinese how good they are. And when you beat a team like DK, arguably their flagship team in China, they're gonna take note.
Yeah, everybody's taking note now. DK, they were running the Burning Void for a while, and that was like before EG started using it. Then EG really started picking the Universe offlane Void, and well, now he's the hot new rage in China, and everybody's picking him up. Well, with that being said, it wraps up our best of 1. IG move on. Yeah. They will be playing a best of 3 against Vici. Winner of that plays a best of 3 against DK. Of course, guys, I was joined here by Lysander. You can follow him at twitter.com/LysanderZonora. That's XONORA. And myself at LD.cdec. But with that being said, we'll take I think it's a 45-minute break here. Maybe it'll be a little bit less. And in the meantime, Lysander,
I'm going to be casting Andrew, I think. Yeah,
he'll be
GST.
He'll be casting the GST challenge. It's newbie versus LGD. Best of 3, and that's scheduled to start in 15 minutes. So,
oh boy.
Head over to twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit, guys. Join Lysander and Zayori for that one, and much love in Kappa, I guess.
Yeah, much love in Kappa.
All right. We'll see you later, guys. Stay tuned.